As I write this, David Cronenberg has signed on to make what may be his last piece of visual art. And filmmakers Jen and Sylvia Soska are on the eve of releasing their remake of Cronenberg's 1977 sophomore feature, Rabid. I'm not mad that they looked at Rabid and saw something I don't, i.e., something that could stand to be remade. The funny thing about Rabid is it's possible to watch it and see both a C- movie and a perfect movie. That was Cronenberg's gift. Even his quote-unquote worst movies, whatever you think they are still worthy. Because it was his first-rate mind that engineered them. Rabid has a number of apparent strikes against it. Cronenberg was young when he made it, and left big holes where usual character development would go. It's a film that appears to hide its emotional core. This is a gift. All these things should be strikes against it, but ever since I was 16, I have been unable to view the flaws as flaws. Why? Because the film is beyond good and bad. It's about emotion above sex, which is to say, the sexual content. The sexual reawakening its heroine undergoes doesn't affect the heart of the movie.
Well, what do we got there? Hello, sweet honey pie. What you drinking? You come in to get out of the cold? Yeah. I got something you can drink off of. That ain't no whiskey neither. Honey pie. You've got blood on your mouth. Yeah. You like me, huh? I can tell you do.
This is an extremely rare thing to see in modern film. Allow me to elucidate. Rabid is about a woman who in the opening scenes is the victim of a bike crash. Her boyfriend is driving. This is important because the metaphor doesn't work unless it's his fault. She gets experimental cosmetic surgery afterwards, and it gives her a vampiric thirst for human blood.
I think you were just dreaming. You and Hart were in a really spectacular motorcycle crash.
Crash?
Yes. You're bleeding right now. I'd better get Dr. Kelloy.
Oh, no, don't go. I'm all right, really. But I'm freezing cold. Oh, you're so warm.
Look, I better...
Hold me. Please. I'm dying of the cold. Oh, God, that feels so...
Look, you don't even know where you are, do you?
Oh, God.
Look, this is really weird. Are you sure you know what you're... Hey, I think I cut myself or something. Get a knife or something in there with...
Everyone she affects becomes a kind of brain-dead vampire. So the film is a zombie text, in the Richard Matheson vein, the George Romero vein. And drained, gray Canada is the setting for all this bloodletting, which is perfect because the red blood paints the place a more exciting color. Her boyfriend, The reason she's adrift in the world with a vampiric horn sucking the blood from every drifter goes looking for her filled with regret. You see where this is going. The things that she's done since becoming single, unmoored, don't matter. He just wants her back. He misses the girlfriend he broke up with when he damaged her. Cronenberg may have been a little balls to the wall on a pacing level here and left some character beats on the cutting room floor, but I've never cared, because he made one of the only perfect breakup movies, whether he knows it or not. The film's dreary winter setting, its fixation on the human body's melding with other flesh, and dissonant, deranged technology of a human car crash turning on us. These are all the themes that would crop up in post-punk music. Cronenberg was one of a few post-punk directors to truly seize the agony of the human condition as it scraped the edges of its limitations. The look in his hero's eye as he refuses to accept the worst. Cronenberg knows better. You can't undo the breaking of a body or a heart. You can't go back.
It's you. It's been you all along.
What are you talking about?
You carry the plague. You've killed hundreds of people.
Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm still me. I'm still Rose.
You're still Rose. You're not Rose! What do they do to you at the clinic, eh? What do they turn you into?
I have to have blood. It's all I can eat. And it's not my fault. It's your fault! It's all your fault!
The ache, the resilient virus of regret, that's what animates this movie. Yes, it's a typically grotesque Cronenbergundian sci-fi study of a decaying and unreliable body, mirrored by the cities in which it travels. But more than that, it's a movie about a guy surviving wreckage he caused and wishing like hell he could fix it, wishing he could just spend another minute with the woman he fell in love with. But he ruined everything. That, unfortunately, is a moral underpinning to which I can relate, and have, for over a decade. Rabid is better than perfect. It's a mess. Like us. When you hurt, when you'd kill, to feel better. This is truly how it is. What it looks like inside of you. What the world looks like to you. You'd give anything for a change, to see beyond the cold, blue-gray industrial nightmare you've built in your heart. You'd give anything for another chance, or if nothing else, a proper goodbye.